Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good job. I pray my elder was edified and everything, and I hope he answered all your questions, how we are two separate and the Gentiles can be saved. With that, I'm going to get back to the milk, man. I was talking to you, man, and the Most High brought you over here, man. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get a man's going is the way of the Lord. I'm going to show you this, man, because your spirit, the Most High, is telling you, hey, listen to what these guys are saying, man. Your spirit is humble. So I asked you, man, hey, do you know who you are according to the Bible? And you said no, but you did know it was 12 gates to the kingdom of heaven. So your spirit is trying to remember, you know what I'm saying? Because this was already installed with us. When you go to Genesis, you say the fact that I knew you when you was in the womb. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna deal with you, and I hope if you got any more questions for the elder right here, please, ma'am, ask him anything that you want to ask him. I'm gonna deal with this young man real quick. If you have any questions while I'm talking, you don't have to go. You can stay and listen. But if you all right, if you got any more questions, let us know. If she got a flyer, if she got a flyer. Let's get the sister a flyer real quick. Baba Kashab. Let me get the man's bonus the way of the Lord real quick. Who got that for me? Go ahead and bring it out.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and 24.
Right.
Man's goings are of the Lord.
Hey, it says the man's going is with the Lord. We wasn't even supposed to be here today. We was going to go to Burlington, then we was going to go to our old spot, then we said Mini City, we was going to go down to Raleigh, then we said Mini City again, but we was here. So the man's going is the way of the Lord. It's not by coincidence that you came down here wherever you was going, and then you was going to run across the prophets of the Most High. Well, go ahead.
Man's goings are of the Lord.
Right.
How can a man yet understand his own way?
Hey, how can we then understand our own way, man? Because it's not by coincidence, man. The Most High told you to come out here today. You didn't say, hey, I'm going to wake up. You didn't do it on your own. The Most High is in control of everything. So I asked you, man, do you know who yourself is according to the Bible? So I want to ask you a question. According to this sign right here, man, do you see yourself according to the sign?
Say I'm Judah.
Say you're a Judah. On the right-hand side, this right here, what the world will call you, American black. But are you the same color as your t-shirt? Not the same color as your t-shirt. You would be from the tribe of Judah. That's a mighty tribe. Did you know Christ was from the tribe of Judah? Or you think he just miraculously appeared in the womb?
Like it's appeared.
All right, so look, that's a stronghold on our people. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't a Maggot's conception. No, what happened is that, hey, dealing with our forefather, hey, he put seed in his wife, and that's how Yahushua was formed. And he said he was sprung out from the tribe of Judah. Because so that's why people will look at this like a fairy tale book. You know what I mean? I can't get too deep on you, giving you meat, but I want to give you the milk. But in the Garden of Eden, you think Eve was talking to an actual snake? Like, think about it. You walk outside, my man, and you see your mom outside having a full-blown conversation with a rattlesnake. You'll think she's crazy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So we got to stop looking at this book like it's a fairy tale. You see what I mean? But listen, I'm gonna get on top of this showing you who you are according to the Bible, because it's important. And the reason why it's important, because those 12 gates that you said are to the kingdom of heaven, it comes with a contract. You got to start keeping the commandments of the Most High. We need you over here, brother. You say, I ain't going nowhere. We need brothers with spirit like that, because everybody's too busy for the Lord. Everybody got something to do. They want to find out the next turn up. They want to play PS5 all day, Xbox. They want to see where the next fatty at. They want to do all type of wickedness. But what about the Lord? What about the Lord is giving you those senses to do? Listen, hear, taste, touch. You're not doing that on your own. Who got the sprang out of Judah for me? Anybody got that? If not, come on, go ahead.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 7, verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
He sprang out of where?
Out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
Hey, con. So that's evident right here that Yahushua, Jesus, with the world ignorantly called him, he sprung out of the tribe of Judah. Because we're not African American. We're not Hispanic. We're not all these bywords that the world calls us. We're not segregated. We're not from Raleigh. We're not from none of that. You see what I'm saying? So I want to show you some things, man. I hope your spirit bear with it. And if you got any questions, man, feel free. So, do you know what the day is? Do you know why we're out here?
Spread the word.
Spread the word, but do you know what today is according to God? Let me show you. Let me get Exodus 20 and 6. Come.
Book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8, 10.
Come. Let's start this. 8. All right, come.
Book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 8.
Go ahead.
Remember the Sabbath day.
Remember the what?
Remember the Sabbath day.
Go ahead.
To keep it holy.
So it's mean holy means separate. So today will be the Sabbath. Go ahead and get a read on more on that.
6 days shalt thou labor.
6 days you got to get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do. You know what I mean? Do whatever, long as in the will of keeping the commandments. That's what I mean. So get your bag in 6 days. Go ahead.
6 days shalt thou labor.
Right.
And do all thy work.
Right.
But the 7th day.
But the what?
But the 7th day.
But the what?
But the 7th day.
Hey, what's the day?
6th day.
Really? So, if you pull out your phone right now that you got and you look at your calendar, I'm willing to bet all the money that in my pocket, the calendar on your phone will say the day is the 7th day and tomorrow is the 1st day, Sunday. But we have been taught in society, man, that Sunday is the 7th day. But the calendars know. You know what I'm saying? We just have to actually sit down, chill, read, and look at these things and make it make common sense. So if God says the fact that, hey, keep the Sabbath on the 7th day and not the 1st day, why are we doing it? We just do what we want to do. You got any children?
No.
All right, cool. So if your parents tell you to do something and you were like, all right, I'm going to do it, but you did it the next day, would you get in trouble for that?
Definitely.
Exactly. So how you feel about how do you think the Most High God feels about when we break his commandments willfully? You see what I'm saying? But I don't want you to feel bad because guess what he said? He said, I winked at you when you was in your ignorance. You see what I'm saying? Because we used to think that. We used to go off. We used to be in the church hollering and hooping and hollering and all that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it, but I was in the church. I was trying to find the right way. But today is the Sabbath day. So that's why we're out here on the Sabbath, which is the 7th day, and it's a commandment. It's one of the 10. But did you know the fact that it's more than 10 commandments?
No idea.
All right, we're going to get into that, though. But I'm going to show you some things, man, because I need to show you who you are according to the Bible. We're going to go ahead and get straight to the point. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 28 real quick, and let me get Deuteronomy chapter 7 and 6, Baba Kashab. So, throughout the whole Bible, man, it's written for the Israelites. So, let me ask you something. What made you say 12 gates was to the kingdom of heaven? Let me ask you that.
I grew up in a Christian family, going to church. 12 gates of heaven.
Okay, con. So did they tell you those 12 gates was for the children of Israel, or they just told you that it was just 12 gates?
12 gates of heaven.
So they didn't tell you who was it from. Matter of fact, drop what you got. Let me get Revelations 21, start at 1, and then drop down. You know what I want. I want to show you something. This is where they get that 12 gates from.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 1. And it reads, and I saw a new heaven.
He said, I saw a new heaven.
And a new earth.
Right.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Right.
And there was no more sea.
Uh-huh.
And I, John, saw the holy city.
The holy city is the kingdom of heaven. See, a lot of people think that we're going to actually go up to the kingdom of heaven, but we just read it's going to be coming down. Heaven is going to be on earth after he destroyed this with nuclear fire. See what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence why we saying push the button. Because that's how the world is going to actually come to its next, the word destruction I'm looking for. It's going to be by nuclear warfare. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven.
Out of heaven.
Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
It's going to look beautiful. You know what I mean? Like on a so-called wedding day. You see what I mean? The bride is looking beautiful, the best day that she ever looked in her whole life. You see what I'm saying? So the heaven is going to be coming down. You know what I'm saying? Looking beautiful after. Hold on. It sounds good, but this is after, man, all hell's break loose. Because Yahweh Shah is cracking them skies and he's coming with a bloody sword. Get your precept. Hold that real quick. Stay where you at, though. Get your precept.
Book of Revelation 19 and 7. Right. Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him. For the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife had made herself ready.
Hey, made herself ready like a bride on the wedding day, man. Looking beautiful. She got the smell good on. She's looking good. Got the hair all done, covered up, man. She's looking good. So that's how the kingdom of heaven is going to look. Go ahead and bring that out.
Verse 12. Right. And had a wall great and high.
So this is John the Revelator. Revelation means it's the revealing. So John the Revelator said it has a high. Say it again.
Had a wall great and high.
Had a wall great and high. So you hear that, right?
And had 12 gates.
And had what?
And had 12 gates.
Had what?
And had 12 gates.
Right.
And at the gates, 12 angels.
So it's 12 gates, and they got security guards. You know what I mean? Can't nobody just run up in the spot. You ain't sneaking in the club. We got security. You see what I'm saying? It's 12 gates, and go ahead.
And the names written thereon.
Who was the names written on? Because look, you know how you got a VIP section? You know what I'm saying? Or you got a reserved table? You know what I'm saying? It says the fact that these 12 gates had assigned sections. Go ahead.
Which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Of the who?
12 tribes of the children of Israel.
So that's where they got the 12 gates from, man. These 12 gates were for the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And each one of them had names on it. And these right here are the names of the 12 tribes. So if I was you right here, and if I was standing in your shoes, I'm like, yo, how can I get into one of those 12 gates? Because I don't want to burn into the lake of fire. You see what I'm saying? So who are the children of Israel that those gates are for? You see what I'm saying, my man? So let's go ahead and see, do you biblically fit one of these 12 names that's on this sign right here, all right? Let's go ahead and get it. We'll go ahead and get the joint. So Deuteronomy, are you familiar with the story of Moses? You said you grew up in the church, so I'm pretty sure you would listen to the elder. So when we was under captivity in Egypt, we was under Pharaoh, and we was slaves in Egypt. So Moses split the Red Sea, you know what I mean? So he went back and got who? He went back and got the Israelites, you know what I'm saying? So let's see, who are these biblical Israelites? Let's start at Deuteronomy chapter 28, 1 and 1.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
All who?
Unto all Israel.
And who is Moses talking to? Who? Come on, all right, go ahead. That's all I want to know.
28 and 15. Right.
All right, so 28 and 15. So 1 through 15, if we would have kept the commandments of the Most High God. But 15 all the way down to 68 would have been curses of these people if we did not obey the commandments of the Most High God. Go ahead.
28:15, Deuteronomy. But it shall come to pass,
right,
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
That means we listen to the Most High God, do what he said do. Go ahead.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To all his what?
All his commandments.
Right.
In his statutes,
right,
which I command you this day, all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
So let me ask you something, my God. Is curses a good thing? Sound like a bad thing, right? Go ahead.
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
See, let's go ahead and get some of these curses and see who this biblically fit according to the Bible. Kanye is not crazy. Kyrie Irving is not crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's why they ain't apologizing. They trying to ban my man whole career, but he ain't folding because God put him as a vessel to spread this word. Go ahead. Get one of these curses.
Curse shall be in the city.
Curse shall be in the city. Now, would you say that we're blessed in Raleigh, North Carolina right now? I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. We're not blessed in Baltimore. This brother's from Jersey. We're from all over. And you can go to any city in the world. You black, Hispanics, and Native American people, we're not blessed in the city. But watch this. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Curse shall be in the city, and curse shall be in the field.
So who was in the field at the age of 3, picking cotton, getting whipped? What nationality of people was in those fields? Okay, come. So I want to show you something. That's one curse that we identify. But I want to show you that the Most High said, I'm going to leave this sign to show who my people are forever. Let me get 46. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
For a what?
For a sign and for a wonder.
So the Most High God says the fact that these curses is going to be a sign. So if you're going into Boost Mobile, King Chef, you know you there if you've never been there by what? The sign. So God said these curses are going to be the sign of who the Israelites are. And I still want to ask you, and I'm going to keep asking you, do you identify with these curses, your forefathers and ancestors, into your generation and keep on generating? Go ahead.
And for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
For what?
Forever.
Nah, that's old time.
Forever.
That was done away with.
Forever.
The Most High said these curses are going to be forever for thy seed. So when you have a seed and everything, it's going to keep on generating and generating. All right? So I want to show you something else, King. Did you grow up with your mom and father in the same household? You didn't, right? What if I told you that's in the Bible, that's one of the curses? Deuteronomy 28:54.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
Hey, look, so we used to be tender among our brothers back in the day. We step on your shoe, you're like, Salak, my bad. Salakia, hey, those are fresh, by the way. You know what I mean? We used to be tender. Nowadays, now watch this.
His eye shall be evil towards his brother.
It says your eyes should be evil towards your brother. You can't even have a fresh pair of kicks. You feel me? You can't have a new rod, no rims, they hating on you. You can't do nothing without getting hated on. That's a curse. So now when you're walking in the store, people sizing you up. They might, oh, he got the shades on his head. He think he all that. He got a fresh lineup. That's a curse, brother. What people does that the most? You don't hear about white on white crime, Moab on Moab crime. You hear about black on black crime. Am I right or wrong? Somebody probably guarantee you turn on the news tonight. Somebody done got shot. You see what I mean? You know who the Migos is, right? We're going to deal with that. Hold on. But we're going to finish this first, King.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
So, and towards his mother of his kids. Go ahead.
And toward the remnant of his children.
You said you didn't grow up with your mom and dad in the same household. He said that man will have an evil eye towards his mother and towards his kids. But watch this, King.
Which he shall leave.
Now he gonna stay and be father of the year.
Which he shall leave.
Say it one more time.
Which he shall leave.
So it's no coincidence that you did not grow up with your mom and dad in the same household. You know what I mean? I could put 10 brothers lined up right here and guarantee you maybe like 2 or 3 grew up with their mother and father in the same household. So that's 2 curses that you fit, that, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you something else though. Let me get Deuteronomy 56. Let me show you what the ladies said, dealing with the ladies. Tell me you haven't heard this before.
Deuteronomy 56, 28:56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground.
Because our women was real feminine. They was beautiful ladies. They feared the Lord of the Most High. They wasn't out here doing the Cardi B. They wasn't out here making the stallions, sticking their stung open. They not making songs called WAP. They had clothes on. They was covered up. Go ahead.
And delicateness and tenderness. Her eyes shall be evil towards her husband.
Her eyes should be evil towards her husband. All right, I'm going to get back on you. I'm going to put you on child support. Nigga, you ain't nothing. Belittling him. You recognize that, right? You know what I mean? That's what they go ahead. Saying I don't cook, I don't clean. You get up and fix your own meal. Go ahead.
Her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, towards her son, and towards her daughter, and towards her young ones that come out from between her feet.
So let me ask you this. It says to have an evil eye towards her daughter and her son. Have you ever heard, you look just like your damn daddy, I can't stand you? And that pain is to our sisters because with the hurt they had went through from our brothers not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, not reverence our wives like they supposed to. That's another curse you done heard. And I'm pretty sure that he brung it out, but did you know slavery was in the Bible? You didn't? All right, cool. We're going to deal with it then. That's all right. We're going to deal with it. So that's 3 curses. And this one right here is the shotgun. You know what I mean? You know how you load the shotgun up. You point at your target. If you don't get this curse, which you have been getting these curses and everything, this right here, man, our people, these people, because I want you to say it when I'm finished, what nationality of people fit this curse real quick? Go ahead and get Deuteronomy 28:68.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So Egypt, when I asked you when I got on, man, is the fact that, hey, what was we doing over there under Pharaoh's rulership? You see what I'm saying? And you said it earlier. I heard you saying it. You know what I mean? So with that being said, man, kind of sloppy. So with that being said, I want to show you what we was doing in Egypt. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 11. Therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them and dwelt continually with them,
Right.
and brought them low with laboring and brick,
Laboring and brick brought them low. Go ahead.
and made them slaves.
Made them what?
And made them slaves.
And made them what?
And made them slaves.
So when we was in Egypt, we was under slavery. We was under captivity. We was getting our back broke in under labor and break, hard bondage. All right. So now we're going to fast forward to Deuteronomy, and we're going to finish, and we're going to replace Egypt with slavery. And you tell me what nationality people of this. Go ahead.
God, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into slavery again with ship.
With what?
With ship.
With what?
With ship.
And how did we get over here, brother? On cargo slave ships, and they treated us badly. You know what I mean? They was letting us die on each other. Women having their menstrual cycle on each other. They had all types of diseases, feces, and using the bathroom on each other, and we couldn't do nothing about it. Like the brother said, this man it was 6'3". You know what I'm saying? And nice build, my size. I'm not gonna let nobody strong over me. I'm 5'10", but I'm gonna stand like a man. So you think that I'm gonna let Tony Kukoc or one of the, you feel me, come over and strong arm me? But no, that was the Lord's will. You see what I'm saying, King? So it says we will go on to slavery again with ships. But watch this.
By the way thereof I spake unto thee.
Right?
Thou shalt see it no more again.
The Lord said, spake unto thee. He said, like I said, if y'all don't listen to me, I'm going to bring y'all back into slavery again, like y'all was in captivity in Egypt. Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Unto your who?
Unto your enemies.
Unto your who?
Unto your enemies.
So we were sold to who when we got off the slave ship? I heard you tell this gentleman a while ago, and you got to say it because it's true. I used to be scared to say it a little bit. I don't want to offend nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Art school, everybody.
I'm not. Yeah, facts. I understand that. In my so-called plantation job, I'm the only Israelite that worked with it, so I understand what you mean. I kind of stay in my lane, but when it comes to the Bible, I gotta tell them, "Thus says the Lord," because we can't hide this truth. You see what I'm saying? Or we'll get judged on that. We want to stand 10 toes down for the Most High. This because, hey, who was that? Paul said, "Does I make it your enemy because I tell you the truth?" You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
God. And there you should be sold to your enemies, for bondmen,
Slave men,
and bondwomen,
slave women,
and no man shall buy you.
and nobody's gonna redeem us, man. We have Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey. We have all these great leaders that our people try to follow, but they can't redeem us. Why? Because it's thus says the Lord to his people come back, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And that's why we out here. We're crying out loud. We're saying, hey, brother, do you know who you are in the Bible? Hey, sis, do you know who you are in the Bible? We got to wake up our people in these last days. This word got to be spread to the four corners of the earth. There's people right now, you can go on YouTube, they're doing the same thing we're doing all the way around the world. From Jersey, Philly, Baltimore, other parts of North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Delaware, anywhere. There's people out here doing the same thing we're doing, crying out loud, trying to bid our people back to the marriage. I mean, was that all on that? So I gotta ask you something. What's your name, King? Deontay. Who fit those curses that we just went over? That's us. That's right. So according to the Bible, who would you be according to the Bible? I need you to say it loud, and I need you to say it clear.
I'll be a son of Judah.
Come, and you'll be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Let me hear you say it. That's right, man. Hey, clap it up for the brother, man. You feel me? So, and you want to know, it's important, brother, because guess what? The heavens is going crazy. You know how LeBron in the fourth quarter, he might hit the winning bucket? Hey, that's what the angels are doing right now. Give me it over 1 second. Whoever got it first, Baba shot. I want to show you that this is not my words. This is in the Bible. This is fourth quarter. Hey, 2 seconds left on the clock. Because that's where we in right now. Any given day, man, it can go down. Those nuclear bombs can explode. You see what I'm saying? That's why right now stuff is being shaken up. So this is fourth quarter, 2 seconds, and guess what? You just hit the game-winning shot. You know what I'm saying? You stepped back, crossed over, MJ'd him in his face. So guess what the crowd in the heavens is doing? Go ahead.
The book of Luke, chapter 15, verse 7. I say unto you, that likewise joy shall be in heavens.
So it's joy, likewise, joy in the heavens. Go ahead.
Over one sinner.
Over what?
Over one sinner.
Over one sinner. Man, we've been out here all afternoon. Hey, you got 10 minutes for the word of God. Give us 2 seconds. A lot of people walk by. They didn't want to give us 2 seconds for God. You see what I'm saying? So God said over one sinner. You see what I'm saying, King? Over one sinner is joy. You know what I mean? Because, hey, it wasn't by coincidence, like I keep telling you, King, that where were you coming from, King? I just kind of seen you pop up. The Chinese, so you was about to go get some daggone Chinese food, and you just stopped. It's not a coincidence, King. You know what I mean? This fourth quarter, it's crunch time. We got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, because it says make haste to keep the commandments. Go ahead and finish what you're saying.
More than over 99 just persons.
Man, 99 just people, man. Hey, since we even heard people say, "Nah, I don't believe in God." Dude said, "Can you? You're not gonna shake my hand?" I said, bro, you don't believe in God. What do I look like shaking a dude's hand that don't believe in my father? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no disrespect, but it's, man, I gotta stand 10 toes down for God. You know what I'm saying? Who wanna raise up for him? I can't be dapping somebody that's gonna get destroyed. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 10, likewise, I say unto you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner that repenteth.
And so right now, man, hey, the heavens is going crazy. You found out who you are according to Scripture. You're an Israelite, and guess what, man? It's a contract. You just can't get this swift. You just can't get the job and say, I'm going to just get paid, and you ain't going to do nothing. You see what I mean? You got to put in this work. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get you some commandments. Let me get Numbers 15. I got a question for you. When you look around, King, right up here, and these ladies and everything like that, what do you see that these men right here have that you don't have now? Okay, con. It's not called a dashiki, but you're correct. You know what I mean? I'm going to show you what it's called, and I'm going to show you that we're reading out of this Bible that it's a commandment, because it's more than 10 commandments. You see what I'm saying? This right here is 11. You know what I mean? And go on, so on, and so on. Bring it out, King.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God.
To what?
To fear the Lord thy God.
To what?
To fear the Lord thy God.
Hey, you may be asking yourself, how do I fear God? You know what I'm saying? Is that a question that you're going on in your head right now? Or do you think you got it? You know how to fear God? Yeah, how do you should fear God? Just obeying God? I'll say that's correct. Go ahead, finish it out.
To walk in all his ways.
To walk in all his ways.
And to love him.
Right.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments.
To what?
To keep the commandments.
To what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
For thy good. So the Most High says the fact that if you fear him, because the whole duty of man is fear God and keep the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Fear, and that's the whole duty of what you are put on this earth for, man. Fear God, keep the commandments. So people say that they love God, people say that they fear God, people say they believe in God, but we cannot just bring God on the phone and be like, hey, Pops, we can't send him no flowers. So how can we show him that we fear him? You know what I mean? Because these brothers right here, these sisters over there, we fear the Most High God. These are my children. They're 15 years old. You know what I mean? They've been in the truth now going on 2 years, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So, and they fear God at the age of 15. And I'm going to show you how you fear God. Go ahead.
Book of Psalms, chapter 111, verse 10. 11, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Hey, that's how you get smart. You know what I mean? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. So when you start to fear God, that's when you be like, hey, I'm an intelligent brother.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
That do what?
That do his commandments.
That what?
That do his commandments.
Oh, I know him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to do what I want. We have a personal relationship. He knows my heart.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
Do his commandments. So we're going to get you a couple of commandments, King. And you got a flyer. I'm not going to hold you too long. And I want you to know the Sabbath, when I said that there's the 7th day of the week, we keep the Shabbat from Friday sundown, because the Most High did his days by evening to evening. You know what I'm saying? I can show you that another time and everything for time's sake. But hey, so the Shabbat is about to be over. If it's not, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? But you good, King. So when the sun go down, always remember that. From Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, that's the Lord's Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be working. You're not supposed to be buying or selling. Go ahead and let's get the king some commandments.
Book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 37.
Go ahead.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
Hey, what is Deontay, right? What is Deontay?
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Hey, he talking to you, Deontay. Go ahead.
And bid them that they make them fringes.
That they make them what?
Make them fringes.
This is a commandment now. And you already confessed. The angels done wrote it down that you said that you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Go ahead.
Make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Right.
Throughout their generation.
Hey, throughout their generation. So you're part of that generation. Go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So a ribbon of blue. Kind of be whatever type of this blue right here, different shades of blue. You can get kind of jiggy with the fringes. You kind of get fly with it. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of put them on your jacket. You know what I mean? You can kind of you can kind of get swift. You know what I mean? You fly. You know what I mean? Because you know we set the trends. You know we can probably wear one sock. You know what I mean? And hey, they gonna start following us. Because we the salt of the earth. You know what I mean? Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I'm going to show you something. So that's why, hey, it's not a coincidence why we play the best basketball. It's not a coincidence why we dress the best. It's not a coincidence why our sisters look the best. It's not a coincidence that we cook the best. It's not the coincidence that we do every damn thing the best.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Watch this though, and I'm going to prove it through the Bible. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Right.
For thou art a holy people
Right.
unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
The Lord thy God
Right.
has chosen thee
He has chosen Deontay. Go ahead.
to be a special people
A special people.
unto himself.
Unto his what?
Unto
That
himself.
sound possessive to me. Go ahead.
Above all people.
Above what?
Above all people.
Some people.
Above all people
Right, go ahead.
that are upon the face of the earth.
Most High God just said that. That's why, man, it's not a coincidence, bro. They looking at us like, man, it's unreal how fast we are, how we do certain things, how we jump so high. You know what I mean? They putting us in a collar band, and that's what they call the football joint, the collar band, and they're measuring us. They're like, man, how did he run that 2.5 and that? How is he running like that? They're amazed. You see what I'm saying, King? So I'm gonna give you one more commandment, man. Do you eat pork?
Yeah.
You eat pork? What if hey, look, I used to eat the pork. You eat shrimp, crab, lobster? You don't mess with the seafood. I mean, you eat seafood, but it gotta have fins and scales. But that's a stronghold on our people, man, about pork. Did you know in the Bible, God told us not to eat pork? You never seen that before? And you say you grew up in the church. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna show you this, man. And it's okay, man, because again, bro, we all was there. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got the flyer. I give you my number personally, brother, and we can build, we can talk, because we need you on this side. We're looking for more soldiers. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for loyalty. We're looking for people that fear God. You know what I'm saying? You got a precept? Go ahead, King.
1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I spoke as a child.
So when I was a child, I spoke as a child. You know, child do little childish things. You know what I'm saying? They a kid. You know how it was. You know how we was. And I'm gonna use myself. When I was a child, not keeping the commandments, I was eating swine. I used to go to Ruby Tuesday. Me and my rib. I eat a whole full rack of ribs. No joke. You know what I'm here for, Marshawn Lynch voice. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
When I was a child, I spoke as a child.
Read.
I understand as a child.
Right.
I thought as a child.
Right.
But when I became a man,
Because I didn't come a man until 3 years ago, going on 4, and I'm 36 years old. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people won't catch that. That's when I came into truth. That's when I said I'm a man then. I know how to be a father. I know how to be there for my brother. I know how to love my neighbor. I kept the commandments. Go ahead.
When I became a man, I put away childish things.
So I put away the childish things because he winked at us when we was in ignorance. Oh, I can't eat that. No more swine for me because I fear God. Because I could be eating that baby back rib. Now all of a sudden, boom, God that's going to strike me dead right now and I start choking. You know what I'm saying? I can't breathe. That's how you got to fear God in everything that you do, King. Because dealing with Takeoff, he didn't think that that was the last day of his life. He was just chilling at the bowling alley. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I found out that he wasn't even shooting dice. He was just a bystander. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't even in the altercation. You know what I mean? He stood up and boom, he got hit. You know what I mean? So that's why you got to make haste to keep these commandments, Deontay. We need you over here, King. We come out here, we do the work of the Lord, and we fellowship afterwards. We keep the high holy days. You know what I mean? We don't keep these pagan holidays. You know what I'm saying? So Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and all that, those wasn't given us to our Lord. December the 25th is not in the Bible, King. You see what I mean? Halloween is the most celebrated day in the Satanic Bible. Thanksgiving, they killed, raped, and robbed our ancestors, our brothers and sisters. They gave them smallpox, all that, King. So I want to go ahead and show you, man, where you can't eat swine in the Bible. Go ahead.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
And the swan.
And the what?
And the swan.
You do know what swine is, right? Pig. Go ahead.
Though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed.
So he might look like the clean animals. You see what I'm saying? He might have the characteristics of it. Go ahead.
Yet he cheweth not the
He
cud.
doesn't digest his food properly. Go ahead.
He is unclean to you.
I can eat ribs.
He is unclean to you.
I can't have pig feet.
He is unclean to you.
Man, I can't get a bacon nigger.
He is unclean to you.
Right?
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
There you go in the Bible, King. The Most High God, the creators of heaven and earth, the reason why you're right here breathing, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing it on your own. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God says the fact that you cannot eat swine. So I got to ask you a personal question, Deontay. Are you going to eat pig anymore? Or are you going to fear God?
I'm going to try to bring off the...
Come. All right, come, but make haste. Because look, and I'm not going to say everything is going to happen overnight, but you need to make haste to keep the commandments. Because guess what? You're not going to forget this. Seriously, I don't talk to people and literally they be in the drive-thru and they say me telling them, hey, you can't eat pig, you can't eat swine, and they change their whole order. You got a precept? Go ahead.
Isaiah 65 and 13.
Right.
66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots,
Right.
like a whirlwind,
So like a whirlwind. Go ahead, watch this though, King.
to render his anger.
To what?
To render his anger.
Hey, that don't sound like he's coming back nice. You know what I'm saying? But I want to show you something, man, because you might get caught slipping on that day, and I pray not. Now watch this now.
To render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Right?
For by fire and by his sword.
By his what?
By fire and by his sword.
By his sword. You know, that's the modern. Now we'll call them the AKs. You know what I'm saying? The choppers. He said back then they used swords. Go ahead.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Right.
The slain of the Lord shall be many.
Hey, the slain of the Lord shall be many. But watch what they're going to be doing. Go ahead.
Verse 17.
Watch this, King.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves
Right.
in the garden behind one tree.
By one tree, you know what I'm saying? You think you good? Yeah, I heard Karatazar voice. He said I can't eat swine, but I ain't. I'm gonna get this bacon today. I'm gonna wean myself off of it. Now watch this, cause we don't know the time nor hour. Not even Jesus himself, Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? Know when he's gonna come back. Watch this though.
Behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh.
Right, go ahead. Eating what?
Eating swine's flesh.
Eating what?
Eating swine's flesh.
Uh-huh.
In the abomination in the mouse.
So the Most High said he's coming back with a sword to the kill. Those, it could mean anything right there in that precept, King. But he said those hide behind the tree eating swine flesh. You know what I'm saying?
The abomination in the mouth shall be consumed together.
They all should be consumed together. Because we look at mouse like it's a nasty thing. If I cook you up and I say, Deontay, we grilling now. I got that barbecue mouse on the grill. You're going to be like, what? You feel me? You're going to be like, yeah. But he put it together. That's how dirty that meat is, King. You know what I'm saying? Was that all that? You got another precept? We're going to get this last precept for you, King. And if you got any questions before I sign off, man, we coming in the end of the Sabbath, feel free to ask me, King.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 59.
Bring it out.
I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimony.
Hey, he said, I thought on your ways, because you ain't going to forget this. You're going to get in the whip. You're going to be like, dang, bro, a lot of the stuff that these brothers was bringing out made sense. You know what I mean? You're going to kind of, Lord willing, man, your spirit going to reconcile. And you're going to be like, man, let me kind of look up these Israelites. Look us up on the YouTube channel. We got brothers. We're not hard to find. We're not hard to find. You go on YouTube, we got thousands of our brothers doing the same thing we're doing right now, trying to wake up our people. And they are brothers. And we can go to any city or state, and they're going to treat us like family. We can't count on these worldly people. You get a flat tire, you know what I'm saying? You like, hey, bro, can you come give me a ride or something? Bro, you got gas money? I call one of these brothers, man, they on the way. And that's how I am. I'm on the way, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Go ahead.
I made haste and delayed not.
Hey, he made, you know what haste means? It's okay if you don't. That means I hurried up. I didn't wait. I made something shake. I did. Go ahead.
I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
To what?
To keep thy commandments.
Read it from the top. That white truck was going by. Go ahead.
Con. I made haste and delayed not.
I delayed not. Don't just be like, hey, I know he said we can't eat pork, but you know what I mean, I'm gonna kind of wean myself off. I'm not saying everything's gonna happen overnight, but hey, you want to keep these daggone commandments, because now you're marked. The seed has been planted. You know what I mean? We done our job. We just hope the seed actually prosper. Go ahead.
I delayed not to keep thy commandments.
Hey, you got to keep the commandments of the Most High God, man. And with that being said, man, I'm going to ask you before we sign off, man, do you got any questions for me? Anything you want to ask the pastor? If I can't answer, I got elderships and leaders, brother.
I got one question.
What is it?
All right, you know how blacks, right?
Yeah.
From a community where you're talking about gangs, drugs, and all
Right.
that. Say, I get saved. I'll
Right.
go into like this Israelite.
All right.
My brother is.
All right, Con. Give me that. Anyway, hey, we're going to get to it, and I got one I want to give you, because it ain't meant for everybody, King. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High says 2/3 of us got to get destroyed. You know what I mean? Only 1/3 is going to make it out. So I would just give you a mathematical, logical. Y'all three, my twins right here, they kind of put it in perspective. Only one of y'all going to get saved out of the 2/3, King. So it ain't meant for everybody. You see what I mean? So you might be the one out of the family. You might be the what they call the black sheep. You see what I'm saying? So you might be the black sheep out of the family. Now, I'm not saying don't teach those, your family, your homeboys and all that, because now that you know, you got to share this word. You see what I mean? But, hey, if they don't get it, they don't get it. Hey, bro, I got family members right now, bro, you know what I'm saying, that don't get it. I got a real live brother that just don't get it. He don't keep the commandments of God. But guess what? This is my big brother now. This is my little brother right now. That's my elder brother right there. You know what I mean? So, hey, look, all of us are brothers out here. Those are my brothers. Those are my family. You see what I'm saying, King? So they might not get it. It might not be meant for them. The Most High may give them up to a strong delusion and put that veil over their eyes. Get your precept, King.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 14.
Bring it out.
For many are called, but few are chosen.
Hey, read that again.
For many are called.
Hey, but what about my homeboys? I grew up with them from the knee up.
For many are called.
I used to bang with them, man. I love them brothers, man. They fought with me.
For many are called,
Right.
but few are chosen.
But few are chosen, King. You got to always remember that, man, because it might not be meant for them. Get your precept, King. Con. While the brother bringing out his precept, man, hey, you got another one? Con, watch this.
It's the book of John, chapter 10, verse 27.
Bring it out.
My sheep hear my voice.
Hey, my sheep. The sheep is God's children. You see what I'm saying? He said, my sheep hear my voice. Everybody ain't going to hear his voice. Nobody, hey, you know how many people walk past us today? You know what I'm saying? You know how many people walk past us on a regular before it started getting dark early? We be out there all day. Only a few come over there and hearken. You see what I'm saying? So my sheep hear my voice. Go ahead.
My sheep hear my voice.
Right.
I know them and they follow me.
Hey, my sheep hear my voice. He said, I know them. I know you, Devontae. Come back now. Deontay, come back. Follow me. Go ahead.
John chapter 14, verse 23. And Jesus answered and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words.
So if a man loved the most, what's that, Yahweh Shah? Yahweh Shah said, if you love me, you're going to keep his words. You're going to keep his commandments. Because they can say, hey, yeah, Deontay, I see the change. Yeah, I love God. I love Jesus. But if they're not keeping the commandments, they're not loving God. And he said on that day, it's going to be many of them gnashing of the teeth, crying, whimpering. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be terrible for them. Remember that, man. Like, remember, man. I don't like, bro. Like, all my worldly friends that I used to hang with, bro, and everything. I don't talk to them no more, King. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't by like, you know what I mean. It ain't by like, oh, it just happened. The Most High moved them out of my life. You know what I'm saying? We don't have anything in common. I don't want to roll the blunt. I know a responsibility of taking on another wife. I don't care about, you know what I'm saying, shorty with the fatty. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care about the things, you know, man, you a dude. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You a dude. I used to work at a gym. I worked for the gym 13 years, King. You know what I'm saying? I don't heard any derogatory term that you can think of when it comes to my used to work profession, King. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have nothing in common. You see what I'm saying? But I can call this brother, hey, we're going to chop it up, and don't get it twisted. Hey, we have fun. I'm going to go home late on the night. I'm going to hop on the sticks. 2K, duty. We regular. We have fun, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go shooting guns tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, we literally have fun, but guess what? We do it in righteousness. You know what I mean? We keep the commandments of the Lord. Come.
Yep. Jesus answered and said to him, if a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come into him and make our abide with him. He that love me not, keeping not my saying.
Hold on, he that what?
He that love me not, keeping not saying.
Come.
He that loveth me not, keeping not my sayings. And the words which ye heard is not mine, but the Father will say.
Man. And Yahweh Shah said, these words are from the Father. So remember that, bro. So when you go around your homeboys and your friends and you show them this and you're building and you hitting me up, because I'm a whole, hey, look, I want you to make a vow to me, King. If I give you my personal number, King, hey, you'll hit me up so we can politic. All right, con. So I'm a whole, hey, you heard that? It said 1 or 2 witnesses. Y'all heard that, right? So I'm going to give you my number, King, and I want you to actually hit me up. I'm going to get another precept for you and everything that the brother did. I'm going to go ahead and let you go because we actually do appreciate your time, King. We appreciate you listening. Go ahead.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many.
He made this word for your homeboys, us, for many. Go ahead.
But the world to come for few.
Hey, but the world to come for few. That's the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, we make it to the kingdom. You know what I mean? That he have mercy on us, man. So he made the world for many. And I'm including my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm including my old homeboys. I'm including the people that I know, you know what I mean, to this day that's not in the truth. You know what I mean? He made the world for many, man, but not the world to come, man. Because everybody can't get in, man. Imagine if you make it to the kingdom of heaven and you say, you know what, I'm going to go shoot some basketball with Yahweh Shah, and you come back and your Jordan's gone. How would you feel? But it will be no defiled thing in the kingdom of heaven. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's going to be purified. It's going to be loving each other. We're going to keep the order of how God created the world. You know what I mean? That's the law, statutes, and commandments, King. Last precept, I know I said it, King. I'm going to keep my vow after this, King. Oh, come. Here you go.
Deuteronomy 17:6. At the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses.
Right, what Deontay said he was going to call me, right?
At the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. But at the mouth of 1 witness, he shall not be put to death.
So with all that being said, man, hey, going into that, man, hey, one of the commandments is thou shalt not lie. You know what I'm saying? You will get put to death for like lying. So we try to keep our oath, you know what I mean, and everything. When we say we're going to do what we're going to do. Another precept in the Bible said, let your yeas be yeas. That means let your yes be yes, and let your nays be nays. So we're going to hold you to your word. And you say, hey, yeah, bro, I'm going to call you. You know what I'm saying? So because, again, we don't want to force anything on nobody. This that splat. You know what I mean? We ain't chasing nobody. You know what I mean? Because, again, my big brother said, hey, he made the world for many, but not the next world. You know what I mean? There's going to even be a remnant that make it in there, man. So with that being said, man, hey, we are the Hebrew Israelites. We are soldiers of the Yahweh. We're looking for you, Deontay. We want to see you on the side of us up here bringing out the word of God. We need more soldiers, man. Hey, we done set many city on fire today. We had a lot of mighty speakers, man, and we're going to end with Kwam Yasharala. Do you know what that means? That means rise Israel. We're on the rise, man. Why you think Kyrie's standing 10 toes down? I'm not saying he ain't the truth, but God is using his vessel to spread who these Israelites are. So I'm going to say Kwam Yasharala, and we're going to get up out of here. Let me get Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
And with that being said, hey, push that button. Man, whatever you feel, just let me know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You shoot me. I'm not found my phone. You should have. We got other brothers too, man. We got some more.
Hey, why you like that?
Hey, well, next weekend we'll be in Burlington, and the following weekend we'll be back in Raleigh. Like you know what I'm saying? We be here and we be what's that? Cool Road.
Yeah, Cool Road.
Cool Road with a cool line.
Water 3 Shopping Center.
Water 3
Cool
Shopping
Road.
Center and everything like that.
We live in Raleigh?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Come out there, man. Again, man, we ain't gonna force anything with it. So,
Get your number from the brother, too. What's your number?
I didn't see it in the group chat. I have it in the group chat. I didn't see it. What's up, bro?
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio